So the three of candles, someone is waiting, perhaps waiting for a new adventure to begin. Three of Whales. It feels like this new journey is coming, but you haven't quite left for this journey yet, and it's going to be, it's moving toward better times, happier times, like good adventure. Um, but it hasn't quite gotten its start yet. I'm getting 333 synchronicity, like being on the right path. Sometimes the energies, it takes a while to catch up to the energies, but you have to be patient and allow. It feels like it's patience is required in this moment. The Five of Paws. Yeah, it feels like this is going to be a solo journey that requires a lot of patience. Okay, the cards are jumping. The Ace of Pentacles. And it's a journey toward, your new pinnacle. It's like this is going to be, financial reward for you. It's going to require you to be patient. It's going to require you to go it alone. It's going to, and it really feels like, because I was getting this energy yesterday, once you move away from this, bad situation, you're moving toward your financial reward. And this is the path. I'm even like seeing, like, with this paw print, it's like a trail that has been left. And so you have to take the first step on this new path that's going to lead you on an adventure that is that has a lot of celebration waiting for you, but that is perhaps a lonely journey to start. And again, at the bottom is the King of Paws. King of Paws has been showing up a lot in these readings, so it really feels like all of this is speaking to you stepping up and becoming, what it is that you want to become the man or the woman that you want to be, who can achieve whatever, you set your mind's desire on. Cards are a little jumpy. The Page of Quills. And again, it comes back to this, here I see like a Sherlock Holmes, right? Reading this book. This is someone who is very intelligent, who is very analytical, able to, like, take the bits and pieces that are seen and figure out the parts that are unseen. And so it feels like this is you figuring out how to move forward. It's figuring out how to become the King of Pentacles. It's working out all the details on how to bring in your financial reward. It's like it's there's a celebration that's coming, like, but and I get that in the past you perhaps had been in, kind of that Five of Pentacles energy, but now you are figuring out what you need to do to make things happen for yourself. So this could be someone who has experienced a lot of hardship, perhaps like your family members, rather than supporting you, are, just nagging and criticizing you. I think about Lil Nas X, how he was sleeping on his sister's floor or couch or something like that, and and it was like at the very last moment that he decided to make a song, and then use what he knew about social media from being Nas Mirage and being a Nicki Minaj stan, and actually creating, and with a lot of luck was able to create his big pentacle. So I get the feeling that you have to do some work and use what you know to create something that is going to be financially beneficial to you and going to take you on this new journey. So I think, when Lil Nas X created the song, that spark, creating Old Town Road is led to, him going to all different kinds of places, just open up a whole new adventure. And so this is really like what you need to do as like a mad scientist to, create that spark that's going to create something really fantastic for yourself. It feels like also if there's like a party that perhaps someone is inviting you to, I don't know, should you go to that event? Maybe you're kind of the person that's been like, I don't, in the past energy, you've been like in isolation, and then kind of like this, hermit energy. But, it's probably time to start stepping out and having good times to really shift your energy. That'll be a part of it. But then also being like analytical, looking for the opportunities for a new adventure, the Four of Quills. So yeah, like it feels like, maybe you have been in a resting phase. Like the Four of Pentacles is like sleeping on that was a four of Quills, which is like the Four of Swords. In a bit, it's like sleeping on your intellect, sleeping on your thoughts, right? The King of Wells. I was never really insane except upon occasions when my heart was touched. So perhaps when you went through these big emotional moments in the past, you've had to do a lot of resting from that, and it required that you rest from some of these romantic situations and rest from your like own personal intellectual pursuits. But it feels like you've done enough rest from that right now. You've healed enough. The Five of Quills. Yeah, there was perhaps a lot of mental conflict in the past that you needed to rest from, because you are perhaps a very sensitive person. So sometimes sensitive people require more time to recharge than others. But I get the feeling that you have recharged. And then here is like moving on. This is the Six of Quills, which is like the Six of Swords, right? So we were seeing like a lot of pentacles at first, and now we're seeing the swords, right? So I'm getting that like this is kind of like the analytical piece. It is requiring you to move on from some situation and it says, we called it the river of silence for there seemed to be a hushing influence in its flow. And the Eight of Paws, the work. So this, this work may require you to travel. It may require you to kind of travel intellectually, to really think beyond what you see just in front of you. Um, to really begin to, and a part of that, I think, is like that, the concepts of like manifesting, to like to think about the things that you want in the future, to really kind of begin to envision what you want after you have crossed whatever that hurdle is to get to this new place. So to really start to see yourself on this new adventure, and how you'll want that to be, and to really start begin to take the actions that will that you'll take once you get to that place, to start living in that particular type of space, right? And with that King of Pentacles and the King of, seeing that Five of Quills again, the King of Pentacles and the King of Hearts showing up, we got two kings. I'm really feeling like this is someone who, you really do kind of lead with your heart, right? And that's going to be the thing that brings you, that's going to be the thing that brings you your success, is to follow your heart, follow your intuition, to like do the things that that move you, that passionately move you, right? Rather than, anyone can, there's a lot of jobs, right? And if you're passionate about it, by all means do that. If you're passionate about food, go into food. If you're passionate about music, go into music. If you're passionate about, and I get that these are kind of those industries like music or poetry or writing or something that really deals with the creative, right? And I think once you begin to pursue those things, you'll be shocked by what kind of unfolds for you, right? I was seeing the two of Pentacles in the reverse. It's kind of like Two of Pentacles is kind of like juggling. So whatever this kind of juggling thing that perhaps you've done in the past, it feels like you're no longer doing that. But then we're getting the Two of Quills, and perhaps this is something that you weren't necessarily, conscious of the fact that you were doing this juggling, or perhaps there was like an imbalance. There was an imbalance of like, I'm doing too much of the practical and not enough of the intuitive, or too much of the intuitive and not enough of the practical, and you're bringing that back into balance because you were, perhaps blind to the fact that that you were doing that. And then I think once you move next, it's like to the Three of Paws. It's like the Three of Pentacles. This is working on something to build something, and this means you'll be working with, you'll be around the people who will help you to build whatever this is that you need to build. You'll have a partner there to help you to build the things that you need to do, right? The bottom is the Four of Whales, and I'm getting like that third partner being spirit. As you go from the 2 to the 3 to the 4. Any more messages? Ooh. Again, the Six of Quills. The message is to go. Well, it's not to go like, so I'm seeing, you're being guided. The message is that you're being guided, right? And it's in the flow. Because it's not like the Eight of Whales. This is more like you're being guided by spirit, at this time, to move, to put you on the right track, to put you in the right direction that you should be going. I'm getting love a little bit too. Again, that Four of Whales popped out. It's like being guided away from kind of the energies that you've been in the past. The energies of like being too focused on the past, and past hurts with the Ten of Quills, which is like the Ten of Swords. It's really time for you to let go of past hurt. Past hurt probably has just been keeping you in a chokehold and like keeping you from moving forward. And I get the feeling that, it's probably a lot of things that were done to you or at you that really were meant to serve that purpose. Like, if someone wanted to see you hurt, like they were really trying to, throw you off. Like it feels like someone went out of their way to stab you in the back, to cause you to be in this energy of like stuck in your emotions, right? And it feels like that period of being stuck in your emotions is kind of over, and you'll be moving toward like your to like your higher emperor self. That's what I'm getting. And that message has really been coming out over the past several readings that I've done. So it feels like this is the time to like kind of use your patience, be intuitive, but also be a bit more balanced and like thinking about all of the actions that you need to take, thinking about the small details and creating a plan, being more like the art of war. You know the goal that you want to achieve. You need to make a plan for achieving that goal, and then think about the tactics that you can use to within that plan to activate and move toward your goal, right? And I feel like what'll happen is that, and this has always been the case, you'll always see that when you begin to take steps, the universe is going to meet you more than halfway. All right, I hope you enjoyed that message. This is Brad. Peace.